Hello, my beautiful fit fam. Okay, girls, so today's video is going to give you a little step-by-step breakdown of how to best utilize the members area, this one here, how to get started, my suggestions for nutrition and for exercise and for realistic goal setting so you stick with this. Because I don't know about you, but I'm someone who I get ahead of myself really easily. And that bites me in the butt because I end up setting these really fantastic goals, but they're a little bit, I want to say daunting long-term. Because instead of starting where I'm like, okay, baby steps, and I keep going forward, I go from here to this. And then when I somehow fall in the middle, I feel really discouraged. And then that means that I'm like, well, I failed, I give up. And so I don't actually finish what I intended to do. I don't actually achieve my goal or get as close as I would like to it. And so my advice to you is, please remember, this is meant to be a journey. This is meant to be lifestyle changes, and focusing on really fast results really quickly is not going to help you. You are going to end up discouraged, you are going to end up giving up, and you are not going to be where you want to be. And so slow and steady literally wins the race. Slow and steady means sustainable. It means something you can keep up with. So I really want to drill that in and reiterate that because it is so important. And I still, to this day, I'm still having to rein myself in and be like, okay, Nikki, yes, that is a great goal, but what is realistic that you can do this week to get there, okay? And as soon as something starts feeling like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I can do this, that's when it's time to maybe reassess that goal, potentially bring it back a little bit and say, okay, that's not feeling great this week, let's do it to here. That I can achieve for sure, okay? So going into how to get started for success, for longevity. Okay, I've actually taken notes and everything here. First of all, pick a program with regards to workouts. Are you going to work out at home? Are you going to work out at the gym? So there's the Stronger with Nikki home, the gym program, which you can do at the gym. It does require a gym because of the type of equipment inside. The Stronger with Nikki home edition that is dumbbell based, that can be actually done at home or at a gym. If you are doing it at a gym, my suggestion to you is to decrease the repetitions and to utilize having a wider range of weights. So instead of doing, saying 15 repetitions of something, you could pick a heavier dumbbell and do 10 or do 8. Okay. It's not available yet because I'm filming this now, but in June, there is going to be a new home band program. So it will be band-based and body-based using the long TheraBands and mini loop bands. So get excited for that. But first and foremost, pick a program. Doesn't matter which one you pick, go through and read it. Now, I did not spend hours and hours and weeks and months putting so much information into the guide only for you to skip ahead to the workouts and then ask questions that are answered in the guide. I have no problem answering questions, but for your own well-being, not because I'm going to be annoyed answering your questions. No, for your own well-being and to get the most out of the program, read things through. Because I talk about my strategies. I talk about why you should take measurements, different ways to track progress, how to make your workouts more challenging, how to make them easier. It is all inside there. That's why the home guide is 91 pages. It has so much stuff in there beyond the actual workouts. And the table of contents is all clickable. So if you open that up and you click something, it will take you to that page. And then at the corner, let me actually open that here for you. In the corner of every actual page as well, there's a little circle. And in that little circle, you will see, let me get there and zoom in. There's a little circle in the corner of every page. That will take you back to the table of contents. So you can go back to the table of contents, and this is open. You can open this on your desktop. You can open this on your cell phone, your tablet, whatever it is. okay? And even for, like, it has everything. Let's get started. How the program is laid out, how to do the workouts, like I said, how to make them shorter, how to make them longer, all that kind of stuff. I will go over a little bit of that inside as well. So your first job, pick the program you're going to do and read through it. And after you've read through it, if you're like, I'm not entirely sure I understood something, ask me, okay? Please don't sit there being like, I should understand this. I just assume I don't understand it. No, ask me, okay? It doesn't mean it's a bad question. It means that maybe I didn't explain something as clearly as I could have, and that's also good feedback. So if you're wondering, chances are someone else is wondering as well. Don't be shy. Okay, so for modifications for the actual program, I have tried to do a lot of the modifications inside the Stronger with Nikki home videos, meaning the full-length videos inside the guide. Now, a lot of people also miss this. So let me go back to the table of contents, and then I'm going to skip ahead to phase 1. So when I open this up, okay. When you open this up on your phone or your laptop or whatever it is, you are going to see this title. If you click on this title, it's going to open something up. You can choose YouTube, you can choose whatever you want. And look.
Hello everyone, today
it's me, ready to work out with you. It's a full-length workout video. So if you're kind of like, what should I be doing? Is there a way to modify this? I hate working out alone. I'm not sure what to do. Am I going too slow? Am I going too fast? How can I make this harder? Watch the video, okay? It is in there. You can follow along. You don't have to have anything open. I literally go over a little warm-up with you. I will take you through modifications. I will remind you of form tips as we do the actual exercise, and you could do it with me, okay? So please utilize that, even if you just do it once. Even if when you start phase 1, you go, okay, for phase 1, I will take the time to follow along with the video. So when you do week 2, you can do so with a bit more confidence. And I have also, because I've done a lot of live workouts, let me just get out of here for a second. If you go to the menu and you click on workouts, okay, scroll to the bottom. I'm doing this in reverse, so I can't really see, but you click on here. This will take you to the full-length workouts. And in here, you are going to find the list of, click on phase below to access full-length workout videos. So yes, there are full-length workout videos linked inside the actual guide, but because like I said, I did other versions of these live, you will find phase 1 leg days, phase 1 upper body days, phase 2 leg days, phase 2 upper body days. I will be adding phase 3 in here as we go. And then there are cardio and Tabata days. So if you were doing phase 1, you've already watched the live or you've already watched the full length video inside the guide. You're like, you know what? I don't want to see Nikki in that outfit, do it that time. I want to hear her say different things. We'll go to phase 1 leg day and you will find other versions of that leg day that we did live, okay? Same goes for upper body day when it comes to Tabata workouts and cardio. If you decide to utilize those, there are 4 different cardio workouts added to every phase. So phase 1 has 4 different cardio days inside. Because those are already in there, I didn't record those, but I have added new ones that you could do inside the cardio and Tabata days. So I'm constantly trying to add new things to this. So if you go through here, you will see links to YouTube videos. These are not for everyone. These are if you were a member. So you can click on it, pick one. It'll say 28-minute, 32-minute, full body, 40-20 style. It'll give you different variations so you have some variety. Cardio is normally hard. It's probably the hardest thing for me to do. I could do my strength training days with a lot more motivation, but cardio is like, so if you're like that, pick one of these, turn it on. I will walk you through it the same way and you can follow along with me, okay? So that is for that aspect of the members area and workouts. Now for the lengths of the workouts. On average, I'd say they take probably cardio ones approximately 30 minutes. The actual strength training ones, I'd say an hour. But I realize not everyone has an hour of time. So please remember, you can modify the actual workout. Depending on the phase you're in, there's going to be workouts that say, do three sets of this exercise or do 4 sets of this exercise. Work with your schedule. There is flexibility within the guide. So just because I state 4 sets does not mean you always have to do 4 sets. In your beginning weeks, you might say, 4 sets is not actually attainable for me, strength-wise, endurance-wise, any of those things. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do 1. Nothing wrong with that. You might say, hey, I don't have time this week to do that longer workout. I'm going to aim for 2 sets. I'm going to aim for 3 sets. That's fine too. If you prefer to do it as a circuit style and see how much time you actually do have, go through the entire thing once. Meaning, let me open this up again. Open up your guide, which I'm doing. And, okay. Sorry, bear with me, squad. Okay, so I click on day 1. So that's what it looks like. Instead of going through 3 sets of bare shoulder taps and then doing 4 sets of renegade rows, do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1 of everything. And then you're like, hey, that only took me 10, 15 minutes. I have time for a second round. Do it again, okay? So that's one approach, because I know sometimes people don't like going, well, I only got through the first 4 exercises and I didn't have time to finish the rest. If you are that person, instead of trying to do 2 sets of everything, like laid out here, just go through it as a circuit, do everything once, and then go back to the beginning and see if you can get in a second round, okay? That's totally fine. This isn't that doesn't mean you're succeeded, nothing like that. Everything in the guide is meant to be suggestion. So it might say 15 reps. 15 reps might be too high or too much, too many repetitions depending on the weight you have. So please remember, they're suggested. You will see if you follow the actual workouts, there are some times when I was like, okay, suggested is 8 to 10. I've only got 8 in me. That's okay. All right. So if you are having access to more weights, I'm currently only using 7 and 10 pounds for this home workout program. If you have higher weights, do less repetitions. So if I'm using 10 pounds and I'm doing 15 repetitions, if I were to increase my weight, chances are 15 repetitions might be a little bit too hard or impossible for me to do. So I might say, oh, hey, I got 20-pound dumbbells. I can't do 15 repetitions. I don't know if I can do 10. I'm going to aim for 8 to 10 and see where I end up. Okay? So please note, you can change the repetitions. They are guidelines, but I know we all benefit from structure, which is why I put them there, and also why I put more of them. I'm referring to myself when I say this, but if you set the bar here for me, I'm not necessarily someone who's always going to be like, oh, I can surpass that and I will do more. So if I say 15 repetitions, people will strive for 15. If I say 10, people will strive for 10. And so that's where I want you to challenge yourself. If you have more to give, keep going. If it feels too hard, pull back, okay? Okay. Oh, weights. So some people I know do not have weights. So some things that people have been doing and getting really creative is canned goods can be fantastic. Water bottles. If you can go to the grocery store, dollar store, water bottles, you can fill them with dried goods, beans. I had one girl fill them with cement, makes great dumbbells. Alternatively, you can do things like using a backpack. Get that backpack, fill it with some heavier items like canned goods, and you could do your squats, you could do your reverse lunges, you could do your step-ups with those, so you're not having to be like, what am I going to use for that, okay? And within the actual workouts, if you do not want to utilize the full-length videos, if you actually just click on the exercise, it will open up YouTube and take you just to that one exercise on how to do, in this case, I think it's bare shoulder taps. Okay? So you don't have to watch the entire video, but you could see just how to do one exercise. And for those exercises, as often as possible, I have tried to show you how to do different variations if you don't have dumbbells, if you have bands. So please watch the videos as much as I have given, as much as I could. I tried to give that information in advance. But if there's something where you're like, I need a modification, let me know. I'm happy to help, okay? Okay, so that's the whole workout section. Now, people get very overwhelmed, I understand, when you're like, I have to do workouts and I have to focus on nutrition. So you might say, you know what? For week 1, I'm only doing my workouts. That's it. I'm gonna aim to show up for my workouts, and that's my only goal, okay? And please also remember that inside the actual members area, if you are doing the 90-day challenge, you can start that whenever you want. That information is here. And so some people have started all the same week. Other people are on week 2. Some people are on week 4. I'm on just finishing week 5. It doesn't matter when you start. Follow at your own pace. But because some people are just starting out, there is something in here called the 90 challenge warm-up week. So that means if you wanted to, you could start with that warm-up week. It has nothing to do with the 12-week program. It's different. It's a 7-day thing where you are doing exercises that will build you up to start the actual 12-week program. If you're like, you know what, I've been working out every day, I am well warmed up, I don't need that, then go ahead, jump right into the 12-week program. But that is an option for you, and it is in the 90-day challenge section or the download section. Okay, so second challenge is nutrition. So like I said, you can do 1 week where you're like, hey, this week is only workouts. And then in week 2, I'm going to try to tackle some nutrition things. Depending on how you're feeling about things, my suggestion is if you are in a relatively good place with food, go to the menu and click macros, meal plans, and downloads. Okay, you will end up here. There's a bunch of downloads here. I would scroll down, and here it says all things macro. If you click on that, you are going to see another page. It will redirect you here. And there's a little video you can watch. What are macros? Learn about that. And then it says step 1. This video here with this giant pink background says how to track your food and calculate your macros. Please watch that video. That video will walk you through how to track your calories for the day or for 5 to 7 days, so you can get a better feel of how you're eating currently. And so a lot of people are saying, oh, well, I want to actually just calculate my macros, and they just skip right ahead to the macro calculation guide. But inside the macro calculation guide, I also ask you, please track your 5 to 7 days, because sometimes we get so caught up on the calculation part that we totally disregard what we're actually eating and doing right now. And for you to get the most accurate answer, you're going to be far better off if you know what you're doing now, okay? So, like I said, if you're in a good place with food, do that. It's going to be very eye-opening for some of you. And I mean that in a positive way, where you're like, oh, wow, like maybe that's what's kind of holding you back from things. Or, oh, wow, I didn't realize I'm not getting nearly enough protein. Okay, so please watch that video, this one. After you've tracked for 5 to 7 days, it says step 2, watch the full macro calculation workshop below. So that is a live Zoom workout, workshop I did with Just Get Fit members. You can watch it, follow along, and if you bring yourself paper and a pen or pencil, you can calculate your macros with me during that video. If you do not want to watch me, then go ahead and open up this one, and you can use this one as well. Okay, so you do have options, but that's my suggestion for how to start. And I'm not saying this because I think everyone should calculate their macros forever. As a nutrition coach, my belief is if you're in a good place to learn about macros and learn about portion size, it can be extremely, extremely beneficial, but not something that is what I would suggest doing forever. Do I currently track my macros or calories? No. Do I use what I learned from tracking my macros and calories? Absolutely. I use that information every single day to make decisions about, okay, how am I getting my protein in at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner, whatever it is, and kind of doing a little bit of mental math to being like, okay, I had eggs, egg whites, I had a protein shake, I had a veggie burger, approximately how much have I had? And so that's one way that I find it easier to maintain my weight or go through a little bit of a deficit without having to track everything. So that is what I recommend if you are able to do that. If you are not able to or wanting to learn about macros or track your macros or calories, that's fine. In that case, my suggestion would be to go, click menu, and go to members only videos. In members only videos, I am aiming to add at least one video here every week since January. So you will find ones. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, it's like, should you eat less calories on rest days? Quick snack ideas. Should you eat back the calories you've burned? So if you're using a fitness tracker, how to deal with bloating, eating out tips, pre and post workout meals, the best macro split, how I plan my meals, 3 things to try if you don't want to track macros. So there's lots of information in here. And this is the whole, when there's so much, it's daunting. And that's where I would say, okay, one thing at a time. Pick one video and have that be your focus for the week when it comes to your food. So if I talk about, you watch the portion size video, then for the rest of that week, all you're doing is focusing on portion size when you eat. That's it, okay? Think about one small goal that you can actually achieve and set yourself up for success. It can be tempting to just be super gung-ho and be like, I'm gonna do it all. And then it's like, it's too much. And then you start to feel a little bit unsuccessful or overwhelmed. And I don't know about you, but when I get overwhelmed, I kind of retreat and I just don't do anything. So this is why I'm gonna say, start with one video or start with tracking for a week and start there and build on that, okay? Set yourself up for success. Okay, so I wanted to go over a little bit of where to find things in the members area. First of all, if you do have Facebook, please join the Facebook group. The girls inside are amazing. I have so much love for them. They encourage, inspire, and motivate me and everyone else. So yes, do that if you can. The link for that is in the 90-day challenge and the FAQ section. And also, the FAQ section literally has lots of frequently asked questions. So please utilize that. All right. So for example, is there a Facebook group? Yes. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yes. Is there a podcast? Yes. Links in here. Now, if you forget any of my answers, check in here because this is a really good starting point with a lot of your frequently asked questions like YouTube. The best way to start, where do I find access to the live workouts, all in here, okay? So I'm gonna review that with you though. If you're looking for the live workouts, click menu, go to 90-day challenge and scroll down. Every week I add in the Zoom links here, okay? So for example, this coming week, we have a leg day, 2 cardio days, and 1 upper body day with all the Zoom links and times in there. Now, I realize people are all over the world in this little family of ours, which I love, but that means that not everyone can come to live workouts. I get that. But what I do is I record all the live workouts and add them to the members area. So like I showed you, if you go to menu and you click on workouts, you scroll down, click here for full length workouts. Once you go here, if it was from phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3, which I'll add later, click on that, it will take you there. If it's a cardio workout, it will be added to cardio/Tabata days. So actually after I film this, I'm gonna do a 300 rep challenge. That will be added into here, okay? So at least a couple days a week, I'm trying to add some new content in here for you guys. Now, one last thing I wanted to address, and that is the recipes. Recipes are organized. You can go to all recipes to see everything. You can, or you can go 30-minute recipes or less. That will take you to really quick ones. So once you are in all recipes, this is what it looks like on mobile. It does look different on desktop. If you're kind of like, what's new? Go to this little box here and you can sort. You can sort by calories, low to high, calories high to low, and then date, new to old. or old to new. So if you go new to old, you will see the most recent recipes added here, okay? If you want to search for something in particular, go to the menu. There's a little search box here. You might type in cake, and you're like, oh, I really want a mug cake. Those are some options there, okay? Oh, it also shows like rice cake and other things like that. But those are some options. Do utilize that feature, and I do aim to add a couple of new recipes every month as well. Hopefully this is a little more helpful, giving you a step-by-step guide with where to start. Please remember, one small step at a time will have you constantly moving forward, as opposed to getting, setting that goal so high that you don't actually accomplish. It becomes a little bit too overwhelming or daunting. So if you have any questions still, something I haven't answered or addressed, please let me know. Post in the Facebook group, send me a DM, shoot me an email, whatever it is, and I will let you know. Also, share your journey. People are always like, well, how do I keep going? I'm not motivated. Share. The reason why I have kept going almost for 5 years with health and fitness, which is a first for me, is because I have put myself out there. Not because I am fearless. I have lots of fears, lots of things where I was like, but at the same time, putting myself out there means that I'm sharing those highs and lows. And if you look through the Facebook group, you will see girls going in there being like, I'm not motivated today. Today was a struggle. This was hard. Or I crushed today. It was awesome. I feel great. Sharing all aspects of your journey, asking questions, putting yourself out there, you are going to get so much more out of this. If you're just going to hold back, be anonymous, not say anything, I guarantee you this will be harder. It really is. If you have someone to share things with, all those little highs and lows, everything will be easier, because knowing you're not alone in those things and those feelings is priceless, because I guarantee you, you're not alone. Unfortunately, you're not special when it comes to those challenges. Everyone has them. And the girls in this group come from all over the place with regards to, hey, I just had kids. I have several children. I work full time. I'm a nurse. I'm on shift work. I am just coming back into fitness, whatever it is. Even if you're just starting out, there's someone who can relate to you. We've all started. We've all had those beginning days. And so we're here to support each other. And please don't be shy. I promise you will not regret it. Okay? So thank you so much for watching this. Like I said, if you have questions, let me know. And I will see you guys in the members area.